Living in peace is not about seeking it outside yourself, but about creating it within. To live peacefully, we must let go of habits and thoughts that disrupt our harmony. Today, we'll explore 8 things you must stop doing to welcome inner peace into your life. Letting go of the past is one of the most powerful steps you can take toward living a peaceful and fulfilling life. So often we carry the weight of our past experiences with us, holding on to memories of pain, regret, and mistakes. These emotions can become like heavy chains, dragging us down and preventing us from moving forward. But to truly embrace peace, we must learn to release the grip of the past and allow ourselves to be free in the present. The past is a part of who we are, and our experiences shape us. Yet dwelling on those experiences and replaying them in our minds keeps us trapped. Whether it's a mistake we made, an opportunity we missed, or a relationship that didn't work out, holding on to these thoughts only creates suffering. When we focus on the past, we're living in a place that no longer exists. We can't change what has already happened, but we can change how we respond to it in the present. One of the most common reasons people hold on to the past is fear of letting go of what's familiar, even if it's painful. It can feel like releasing those memories means losing a part of ourselves or abandoning the lessons we've learned. But in reality, letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means no longer allowing the past to control your emotions and dictate your future. It's about accepting what happened, finding the lesson in it, and then choosing to move forward. Forgiveness is a crucial part of this process. Forgiving others and forgiving ourselves releases us from the chains of resentment and guilt. When we hold on to anger or blame, we're the ones who suffer. The person we're angry with may have long moved on, but we're still carrying the burden of those emotions. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning what happened or forgetting the harm done. It means freeing yourself from the toxic energy of those negative feelings. When we forgive, we're able to find peace within ourselves. It's also important to recognize that the past is not a reflection of your worth. Many people carry a sense of shame or inadequacy from past failures or mistakes, believing that those moments define who they are. But you are not your past. You are not defined by the mistakes you've made or the challenges you've faced. Every day is a new opportunity to choose a different path, to make different choices, and to create a different future. The beauty of life is that it's always evolving, and you have the power to evolve with it. Another aspect of letting go of the past is releasing the attachment to what could have been. Sometimes we get stuck in the what-ifs and the if-onlys. We think about how things might have turned out differently if we had made different choices or if certain events hadn't happened. But this kind of thinking is a trap. It keeps us focused on an alternate reality that doesn't exist. Instead of focusing on what could have been, we need to focus on what is. This moment, right here and now, is where your power lies. The present is the only place where you can make change happen. Living in the present doesn't mean dismissing the past entirely. It's about shifting your perspective. When we let go of the past, we're not erasing it, but we're no longer letting it define our present. You can honor your past experiences by recognizing the lessons they taught you without carrying the pain or regret forward. Those experiences have shaped you into the person you are today, and you can acknowledge that without letting them weigh you down. It's important to cultivate self-awareness and mindfulness as you practice letting go. Becoming aware of when you're slipping into old patterns of thinking or revisiting painful memories allows you to gently guide yourself back to the present. You can practice mindfulness by staying grounded in the moment, paying attention to your thoughts without judgment, and focusing on what you can control in the here and now. By staying present, you create space for peace to enter your life. Finally, understand that letting go of the past is a process. It doesn't happen overnight, and it may require continual effort. There will be moments when old memories resurface, and that's okay. The key is to be kind and patient with yourself. Remind yourself that you are moving forward, that you are creating peace within your heart, and that you are not defined by what has already happened. Releasing the past is an act of self-love. It's about giving yourself permission to live fully in the present, free from the burdens that no longer serve you. When you let go, you open the door to new possibilities, new experiences, and a deeper sense of peace. Self-compassion is a transformative practice that can profoundly impact your life and well-being. It involves treating yourself with the same kindness, understanding, and support that you would offer to a friend facing difficulties. In a world that often emphasizes perfection and achievement, cultivating self-compassion allows us to embrace our humanity, acknowledge our imperfections, and foster a deep sense of inner peace. At the heart of self-compassion is the recognition that everyone struggles and makes mistakes. It's easy to feel isolated in our pain or shortcomings, believing that we are the only ones who experience failure or disappointment. However, self-compassion reminds us that suffering is part of the human experience. When we acknowledge that we are not alone in our struggles, we create a sense of connection with others and foster empathy towards ourselves. This perspective shift can be incredibly liberating. One of the first steps in embracing self-compassion is to cultivate self-awareness. This means becoming attuned to your thoughts, feelings, and reactions without judgment. Often we are our harshest critics, quick to point out our flaws and shortcomings. By practicing self-awareness, we can catch these negative thought patterns and recognize when we are being unkind to ourselves. Rather than berating yourself for making a mistake, take a moment to acknowledge your feelings and respond to yourself with gentleness and understanding. Ask yourself, what would I say to a friend in this situation? This practice shifts the narrative from self-criticism to self-acceptance. Another crucial element of self-compassion is forgiveness. We all make mistakes and experience setbacks. It's a natural part of life. Holding on to guilt and shame can create a heavy burden that weighs us down and prevents us from moving forward. Instead, practice forgiving yourself for past mistakes. Understand that everyone is human and that growth often comes from our failures. Reflect on the lessons learned from those experiences and allow yourself to let go of the guilt. Embracing forgiveness frees you from the shackles of your past, enabling you to step into the present with an open heart. Self-compassion also involves recognizing and challenging the unrealistic expectations we place on ourselves. In a society that often equates worth with achievement, it's easy to feel inadequate if we don't meet certain standards. However, these expectations can be unrealistic and harmful. Practice setting realistic goals for yourself and remember that it's okay to be imperfect. Embrace the notion that your value is inherent and not contingent upon your accomplishments. By letting go of the need to be perfect, you create space for self-acceptance and peace. A powerful practice for cultivating self-compassion is positive self-talk. The language we use when speaking to ourselves can significantly impact our self-esteem and overall well-being. Replace negative self-talk with affirmations of love and acceptance. Instead of saying, "I can't believe I messed that up," try, "It's okay to make mistakes. I'm learning and growing." These affirmations serve as reminders that you are worthy of kindness and compassion, regardless of your circumstances. Mindfulness is another essential component of self-compassion. It allows you to be present with your emotions without being overwhelmed by them. When you practice mindfulness, you create space between your thoughts and feelings, enabling you to observe them without judgment. This practice helps you acknowledge your pain and discomfort without getting lost in it. By approaching your feelings with mindfulness, you cultivate a sense of calm and clarity, allowing you to respond to yourself with compassion rather than reactivity. Building self-compassion is a journey, and it requires practice and patience. It's normal to struggle with self-criticism and doubt, especially if you've spent years internalizing negative beliefs about yourself. Be gentle with yourself as you navigate this process. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and remind yourself that growth takes time. Every step you take towards self-compassion is a step toward greater peace and fulfillment. Surrounding yourself with supportive and positive influences can also enhance your self-compassion journey. Seek relationships that uplift and inspire you. Engage with people who promote kindness and understanding, and distance yourself from those who perpetuate negativity or criticism. A nurturing environment fosters self-compassion, reinforcing the notion that you are deserving of love and care. In conclusion, embracing self-compassion is a profound act of self-love that can transform your life. By treating yourself with kindness, understanding, and forgiveness, you cultivate a sense of inner peace that allows you to navigate life's challenges with grace. Remember that you are human and it's okay to struggle and make mistakes. When you embrace self-compassion, you open the door to healing, growth, and a deeper connection with yourself. Choose to be your own best friend and watch as your world transforms with the power of compassion. In a world driven by social media and constant connectivity, comparisons have become an integral part of daily life. We find ourselves scrolling through curated images and stories of others, often leading to feelings of inadequacy or self-doubt. The danger of comparison lies in its ability to distort our self-image, diminish our self-worth, and hinder our personal growth. To live a peaceful and fulfilling life, it is essential to recognize the harm caused by comparisons and learn to embrace our unique journeys. Comparisons often begin innocently enough. We may look at a friend's achievements, a colleague's success, or a public figure's lifestyle and find ourselves measuring our own lives against theirs. While it can be motivating to admire someone's accomplishments, it quickly becomes unhealthy when we begin to view ourselves through the lens of their successes. Each person's journey is unique, shaped by individual experiences, challenges, and circumstances. When we compare ourselves to others, we often overlook the context of their lives, which can lead to feelings of inadequacy and frustration. One of the most detrimental aspects of comparison is that it distracts us from our own path. Instead of focusing on our goals, passions, and progress, we become consumed by the perceived successes of others. This shift in focus can derail our efforts and diminish our motivation. It's essential to remind ourselves that everyone has their own timeline. Just because someone else has achieved a certain milestone does not mean we are lagging behind. Life is not a race, it's a journey filled with twists and turns, and each person navigates it differently. Furthermore, comparisons can lead to a toxic cycle of negative self-talk. We often criticize ourselves for not measuring up to the standards set by others. Phrases like "I should be further along" or "I'll never be as successful" can creep into our minds, eroding our self-esteem and creating a sense of hopelessness. Instead of fostering a sense of community and support, comparison breeds jealousy and resentment. This negative mindset not only affects our mental well-being, but can also impact our relationships, leading to feelings of isolation and disconnection. To break free from the cycle of comparison, it's crucial to cultivate self-awareness. Begin by recognizing when you are engaging in comparisons and acknowledge the feelings that arise. Are you feeling inadequate, envious, or defeated? By identifying these emotions, you can start to unpack their origins and understand how they affect your mental state. This awareness allows you to challenge these thoughts and replace them with more empowering beliefs. Another powerful tool is to shift your perspective. Instead of viewing other successes as a reflection of your shortcomings, try to see them as inspiration. Celebrate the achievements of those around you and recognize that their success does not diminish your worth or potential. When you can view others' accomplishments through a lens of positivity, you create space for gratitude and motivation in your own life. This shift in mindset fosters a sense of community and support, rather than competition. Embracing gratitude is another effective way to counteract the urge to compare. Take time each day to reflect on the things you appreciate about your life, your accomplishments, and your journey. Create a gratitude journal where you can jot down moments of joy, achievements, and the qualities you value in yourself. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, You cultivate a sense of fulfillment and contentment that can help quiet the noise of comparison. Additionally, practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a friend. Recognize that you are doing the best you can with the resources and knowledge you have at this moment. Remind yourself that it's okay to have setbacks and that growth often comes from overcoming challenges. Embracing self-compassion allows you to let go of the need for perfection and accept yourself as you are. Setting personal goals can also help redirect your focus away from comparisons. Define what success means to you and establish your own milestones. When you have clear, personalized goals, you can measure your progress based on your values and aspirations rather than external standards. Celebrate your achievements, no matter how small, and take pride in the effort you put into your journey. Surrounding yourself with supportive and positive influences is crucial as well. Engage with people who uplift and inspire you rather than those who perpetuate negativity and competition. Cultivate relationships that encourage growth and celebrate individuality. A nurturing environment fosters self-acceptance and helps diminish the urge to compare yourself to others. Ultimately, avoiding comparisons is about reclaiming your sense of self and recognizing your inherent worth. You are a unique individual with your own gifts, talents, and experiences. Embrace your journey, honor your path, and trust that you are exactly where you need to be. By letting go of the habit of comparison, you open the door to self-acceptance, gratitude, and a more peaceful life. Choose to celebrate your journey and the beauty that comes with being authentically you. Setting boundaries is a crucial skill that can greatly enhance your mental, emotional, and physical well-being. In our fast-paced, interconnected world, where demands on our time and energy often feel endless, learning to establish clear boundaries is essential for maintaining a sense of self and promoting healthy relationships. Boundaries allow you to define your limits, communicate your needs, and protect your personal space. By setting boundaries, you create a foundation for a balanced and fulfilling life. At its core, a boundary is a personal line that marks where one person ends and another begins. It involves recognizing your own needs, values, and limits and communicating them effectively to others. Setting boundaries can take many forms, including emotional, physical, and time-related limits. Emotional boundaries protect your feelings, ensuring that you are not overwhelmed by the emotions of others. Physical boundaries define your personal space and comfort levels regarding physical touch. Time boundaries involve managing how you allocate your time and energy to various commitments. One of the primary reasons people struggle with setting boundaries is the fear of disappointing others or causing conflict. Many of us have been conditioned to prioritize others' needs over our own, believing that it is our responsibility to accommodate everyone around us. So this tendency can lead to feelings of resentment, burnout, and anxiety. However, it's important to remember that setting boundaries is not selfish, it is a form of self-care. By honoring your own needs, you create the emotional bandwidth to support others genuinely. To begin setting boundaries, start with self-reflection. Take time to identify your values, priorities, and areas of your life where you feel overwhelmed or stretched too thin. Ask yourself questions like, what do I need to feel balanced and fulfilled? And where do I feel my limits are being tested? Understanding your own needs is the first step in communicating them effectively to others. Once you have clarity on your boundaries, it's essential to communicate them assertively and respectfully. Assertiveness involves expressing your needs confidently while remaining calm and respectful. Use I statements to convey your feelings and preferences, such as "I need some time to recharge," or "I'm not comfortable with that." This approach fosters open communication and helps others understand your perspective without feeling attacked. Remember that setting boundaries is an ongoing process. You may encounter pushback or resistance, especially if others are accustomed to you always accommodating their needs. Be prepared to stand firm in your boundaries and reinforce them as necessary. It's essential to be consistent when you waver or compromise your limits. It can lead to confusion and may undermine your efforts. An important aspect of setting boundaries is learning to say no. Many people struggle with this simple word, often feeling guilty or anxious about disappointing others. However, saying no is a vital tool for self-preservation. It allows you to prioritize your time and energy and maintain your well-being. Practice saying no in low-stakes situations to build your confidence. Remember, every time you say no to something that doesn't align with your values or needs, you are saying yes to yourself. Additionally, be mindful of the influence of technology on your boundaries. In today's digital age, it's easy to feel constantly connected and available. Establishing boundaries around technology usage can help create a healthier relationship with your devices. Consider setting specific times to check emails or social media and communicate these limits to others. Designate periods of digital detox where you disconnect entirely to focus on yourself or engage in meaningful interactions with those around you. Emotional boundaries are equally important. Protecting your emotional well-being involves recognizing when you are being affected by others' emotions and taking steps to safeguard your mental health. It's essential to practice self-awareness and identify when you feel drained or overwhelmed by the feelings of those around you. It's okay to take a step back, remove yourself from emotionally charged situations, or seek support when needed. In relationships, establishing boundaries fosters mutual respect and understanding. Healthy relationships thrive on open communication and a balance of needs. By setting boundaries, you create an environment where both parties can express themselves freely and authentically. It encourages a deeper connection built on trust and respect, allowing for personal growth and shared experiences. Ultimately, setting boundaries is a powerful act of self-love and empowerment. It allows you to reclaim your time, energy, and well-being. When you prioritize your needs, you become more resilient and better equipped to support others in your life. By practicing boundary setting, you create a space where you can thrive, nurture your relationships, and cultivate a deeper connection with yourself. As you navigate the journey of setting boundaries, remember that it's a skill that takes time and practice. Be patient with yourself as you learn to advocate for your needs. Embrace the process and celebrate your progress, no matter how small. By setting healthy boundaries, you pave the way for a more balanced, peaceful, and fulfilling life. Embracing change is an essential part of growth and personal development, yet it often brings along a heavy companion fear. The fear of change can be paralyzing, causing us to cling to the familiar even when it no longer serves us. It can manifest as anxiety, self-doubt, and resistance, creating an internal struggle that hinders our progress. However, surrendering this fear is crucial for creating a life filled with opportunity, joy, and fulfillment. Fear is a natural response to the unknown. It acts as a protective mechanism designed to keep us safe from potential harm. While this instinct is beneficial in certain situations, it can become counterproductive when it stops us from pursuing new experiences or making necessary changes in our lives. The discomfort associated with change can evoke a desire to retreat to the safety of our comfort zones, where we feel secure and in control. However, true growth often lies just beyond that zone, waiting for us to take the leap. To begin surrendering the fear of change, it's important to recognize and acknowledge the emotions you experience when faced with change. Reflect on what specifically triggers your fear. Is it the fear of failure, the unknown, or perhaps the worry of disappointing others? By identifying these feelings, you can better understand their roots and start to unpack their hold on you. This self-awareness is the first step in transforming your relationship with change. Once you've acknowledged your fears, it can be helpful to reframe your mindset around change. Instead of viewing it as a threat, try to see it as an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. Change often brings with it new possibilities, experiences, and perspectives that can enrich your life in ways you may not have imagined. Embracing this mindset shift allows you to approach change with curiosity rather than apprehension. Visualizing the potential benefits of change can also help mitigate fear. Take a moment to imagine the positive outcomes that could arise from embracing change. What new skills might you acquire? How could your relationships improve? But what opportunities for joy and fulfillment await you? Focusing on the possibilities can create a sense of excitement and anticipation, helping to override the instinctual fear response. Another powerful technique for surrendering fear is to practice mindfulness. Mindfulness encourages us to stay present and grounded, allowing us to observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment. By engaging in mindfulness practices such as meditation or deep breathing exercises, you can create a sense of calm amidst uncertainty. When you find yourself consumed by fear, take a moment to pause, breathe deeply, and bring your attention back to the present moment. This practice not only helps to alleviate anxiety, but also fosters a greater sense of clarity and resilience. Surrounding yourself with supportive individuals can significantly impact your ability to surrender fear. Share your feelings and concerns with trusted friends, family members, or mentors. Opening up about your fears can not only provide relief, but also create a network of encouragement and support. Those who have faced their own fears of change can offer valuable insights, helping you navigate your own journey. Their encouragement can serve as a reminder that you are not alone in this experience. Taking small, manageable steps toward change can also ease the transition. Rather than attempting to overhaul your life all at once, start by making incremental changes that feel achievable. This could involve trying a new hobby, setting a goal for personal development, or even altering your daily routine. Each small step you take builds your confidence and resilience, gradually reducing the grip that fear holds over you. As you begin to surrender your fear of change, it's essential to practice self-compassion. Change can be challenging, and it's normal to feel overwhelmed or apprehensive at times. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding as you navigate this journey. Recognize that you are doing your best and that it's okay to feel vulnerable. Embracing your humanity and imperfections can create a sense of ease and acceptance, allowing you to approach change with a more open heart. Lastly, remember that change is a natural part of life. Everything around us is constantly evolving, from the seasons to our relationships. By resisting change, you may find yourself stagnant and unfulfilled. Embracing change allows you to tap into your innate resilience and adaptability. It encourages you to step into your power and embrace the fullness of life. In conclusion, surrendering the fear of change is a transformative process that opens the door to new possibilities and growth. By acknowledging your fears, reframing your mindset, practicing mindfulness, and surrounding yourself with support, you can cultivate a healthier relationship with change. Take small steps toward embracing the unknown and be gentle with yourself along the way. As you surrender your fear and step into the unknown, you may discover strengths and opportunities within yourself that you never knew existed. Life is a journey, and change is an integral part of that journey. Embrace it wholeheartedly, and watch as new doors open before you. Trusting your intuition is an empowering journey that invites you to connect deeply with your inner self. Intuition, often described as a gut feeling or an inner voice, is a powerful guide that can help you navigate life's complexities. It is that quiet whisper that nudges you in a particular direction when faced with choices or dilemmas. Learning to trust this innate sense can lead to greater clarity, confidence, and fulfillment. The first step in trusting your intuition is recognizing that it exists within you. Everyone has intuition, but many of us have learned to suppress it in favor of logic and rational thinking. Society often prioritizes analytical reasoning over emotional or intuitive understanding, leading us to dismiss our feelings in favor of facts and figures. However, intuition is not a vague notion. It is a skill that can be developed and honed over time. It stems from your accumulated experiences, knowledge, and instincts, serving as a valuable tool in decision-making. To foster a relationship with your intuition, Begin by cultivating self-awareness. Spend time reflecting on your thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Journaling can be a helpful practice. Write about your daily experiences, focusing on moments when you felt a strong instinct about something. What were you feeling? What insights did you receive? This practice helps you identify patterns in your intuitive responses, making it easier to recognize them in the future. Mindfulness is another powerful tool for enhancing your intuitive abilities. By practicing mindfulness, you train yourself to become present in the moment, creating space to listen to your inner voice. Engage in activities that promote mindfulness, such as meditation, yoga, or simply spending time in nature. When you quiet the noise of the outside world and tune into your inner self, you create an environment where your intuition can flourish. It's essential to distinguish between intuition and fear. Often our fears can masquerade as intuitive feelings, leading us to make decisions based on anxiety, rather than genuine instinct. Fear can create a sense of urgency or panic, clouding our judgment and leading us away from our true desires. And to differentiate between the two, pay attention to how your body responds to different situations. Intuition typically manifests as a sense of calm or clarity, whereas fear often results in tension or unease. Trusting your intuition involves recognizing these sensations and learning to respond accordingly. As you start to trust your intuition, it's important to take small steps. Begin by making minor decisions based on your instincts. This could be as simple as choosing a meal based on a craving or selecting an outfit that feels right for the day. As you practice this, notice how it feels to listen to your inner voice and the outcomes that result from your choices. Over time, as you build confidence in trusting your intuition, you can apply it to larger decisions such as career changes or relationship choices. Surrounding yourself with supportive people who encourage your intuitive journey can also enhance your ability to trust yourself. Share your experiences and feelings with friends or mentors who understand the importance of intuition. Their insights can provide valuable perspective and validation as you explore your intuitive abilities. When you are in an environment that supports intuitive exploration, you are more likely to feel empowered to trust yourself. It's also vital to cultivate patience and kindness toward yourself during this process. Trusting your intuition is a journey that requires time and practice. There may be moments of doubt or uncertainty, but it's essential to remember that these feelings are a natural part of the process. Instead of berating yourself for any perceived missteps, practice self-compassion. Acknowledge that you are learning and growing and that it's okay to make mistakes along the way. As you develop a deeper connection with your intuition, you may notice a heightened sense of clarity and confidence in your decision-making. Intuition can guide you toward paths that resonate with your true self, aligning you with your values and desires. This alignment fosters a sense of authenticity and fulfillment, allowing you to live a life that reflects who you genuinely are. Finally, remember that intuition is a lifelong journey. It is not a destination, but rather an ongoing practice of listening, learning, and growing. Embrace the process with an open heart and a willingness to explore the depths of your intuition. By trusting yourself, you unlock a reservoir of wisdom that can guide you through life's challenges and opportunities. Your intuition is a powerful ally, one that, when nurtured and embraced, can lead you to a life filled with purpose, joy, and authenticity. In a world that often encourages external validation and conformity, trusting your intuition allows you to reclaim your power and navigate life on your own terms. Embrace your inner voice and let it lead you to a more fulfilling and authentic existence.